Hello, good morning. So, this is chapter 2, Methods of Research. Now, natapos na natin yung chapter 1. Although, if you have some questions or further clarifications concerned regarding chapter 1, please feel free to reach out to me. So, chapter 2 is common types of research for engineering. Now, technically, napakaraming types ng research kung tutuusin. Magmula sa, well, categorically, meron tayong qualitative and then quantitative, then under different, maraming mga branches yun. Sobrang dami. As a matter of fact, kulang isang meeting natin para lang i-discuss lahat yun. So, here, nagpo-focus lang tayo mamaya sa yung mga talagang common lang. Tatlo lang yung nabanggit natin dito eh. So at the end of the chapter, the student should be able to have the following knowledge. Okay, discuss practical definition, enumerate, differentiate, cite demarcation between. Okay, tatlo lang yun ito yung sasabi natin. Developmental, experimental, and descriptive. So ito lang yung pag-uusapan natin dito. So I think nabasa na siguro na ninyo ito. Most of the things are self-explanatory naman. Now, dito may core discussion tayo what is research. Okay? According to Dipankar, it's a rigorous, well-defined or redefined objective and methodological process of researching for knowledge or formulating a theory that is motivated by the desire to learn something new and helpful about a certain topic in order to add to the current knowledge base. So, napakalaki ng emphasis nung sinasabi niya dito na method, so this is methodical. Yeah, it's a methodological. Anyways, process. And then, meron siyang sinabi dito, in order to add a certain current, in order to add the current knowledge to the current knowledge base. So, hindi siya parang katulad ng parang ginawa ninyo na wala kang step-by-step procedure. Okay? Let's just say, for example, dun sa sa pagluluto, sa recipe. Okay? Meron kang step-by-step procedure doon na ginagawa. Sinusundan mo yun. So, ganun din itong research natin dito. Hindi lang siya basta nag-research ka lang, naghanap ka lang ng sagot, and then yun na yun. Okay? And then, one of the important aspect is that yung final output natin dito, it adds something to the current knowledge base. Okay. It's very very significant yun. Kasi one of the criterias or three major criterias for your title or kaya yung parang research na gusto mo ma-approve or mag-qualify mamaya dun sa may design 1 and 2 natin. Number 1 is that meron ba tayong ina-address na knowledge gap? Okay? What do you mean by knowledge gap? Parang meron ng certain study, meron ng naimbento, o kaya meron ng nagawang solution. Okay? Pero nakita mo, parang meron pang kulang. Although, sorry. Mali analogy ko. My bad. That is for the improvement pala. Continuation yun ng fun. When you talk about knowledge gap, okay, what I'm trying to say is that wala pa tayong information or meron tayong certain gray area dun sa technology na yun. O kaya dun sa body of knowledge na pinag-uusapan natin. Ibig sabihin, wala tayong kaalam-alam dun. So that's the thing that you want to address. Okay? Yun yung knowledge gap. Okay. So kung meron ganong factor yung title mo, okay yun. Number 2 is improvement. Okay, ito yung na-discuss ko kanina, nabanggit ko, napagbaliktad ko siya. So, meron ng existing study o kaya meron ng existing invention, pero nakita mo, meron ka pang pwedeng i-improve. Okay, so, i-improve mo yon. So, dun siya papasok. Okay? Now, going back, ano na yung third one? Wala tuloy akong pumasok kasi. First is the knowledge gap and then improvement dun sa sa existing innovation. And number three, yung pinaka-importante, actually that's number one, is creating a new innovation. Okay. Yung creating new innovation actually, pwede rin yun mag-contribute dun sa may knowledge gap eh. It's because of that innovation, maybe we could, yun yung naging byproduct mo sa may knowledge gap. But anyways, in our case dito sa developmental, experimental natin, pwedeng dun kayo ma-fall. Pero gaya nga ng sinabi kasi nila nun, halos na-invento na nila lahat. Okay? So, puro innovation na lang yung ginagawa natin dito sa undergrad. So we have also definition here, according to Sanchez, explains that research is a continuous discovery and exploration. Okay, ito yung sinabi ko kanina, continuous discovery. So when you encounter the problem and when you solve that problem by certain innovation or invention or improvement to the system, hindi mo may iwasan doon na parang okay tapos ang problema. Hindi ganun yun. Meron at meron kang madidiscover na problema ulit. Or upon discovering something or improving something, you're going to discover another thing. Ganito pala yun. O kaya, uy, may problema dito, baka pwede pa natin pa. So, there's no such perfect system after it's been resolved. Kasi as time goes by, you need to improve it. Okay? Uh, Another definition is according to Webster. Miriam defines research is in more simpler manner. Was defined as the inquiry or experimentation intended at discovering and interpreting facts, revising current theories or laws in light of the new facts, or putting new or revised ideas or laws into practice. So, ito yung innovation natin, yung improvement na, sorry, yung improvement natin doon sa mga innovations natin. Okay? So may nabanggit siyang experimentation dito. So lumitaw na yung word na yan. Nakikita ninyo. Here, pasok na pasok siya doon eh. Sa may pag-uusapan natin mamaya yung experimental. Okay? Yan. So, yan. Basahin nyo na lang. Types of research for common research students. We have developmental, number one. We also have the experimental. And then we have here the descriptive. Yeah. So let me just be brief about this one kasi self-explanatory naman sila eh. Pag sinabi nating descriptive, dinidescribe mo lang yung situation. Period, ganun lang yun. You just simply describe. Pero sir, paano siya naging research? Eh kung nagde-describe ka lang naman, actually rin research mo yung i-describe mo. Eh kung wala ka namang knowledge, deeper knowledge on methods of research, you cannot describe it properly. Hindi siya yung okay, color blue, tapos green, tapos ganun. Hindi ganun. Gaano ka blue yung blue? Gaano ka green yung green? Bakit green yung lumabas? Bakit blue? Bakit hindi green? Bakit hindi blue? So, the five wives and one husband will be discussed in that manner in a methodology, nabubulol ako doon. Method, alam ko methodological yun eh. But anyway, methodological. Anyways, with the right methods, yan na lang. Okay, with the proper methods. Okay. And then step-by-step procedure with all the facts needed as in parang miski wala ka doon na nag explain nung ginawa mong manuscript, the manuscript itself will explain it for you. So, ganun ka hindi siya comprehensive. Ganun siya ka-lalim or ganun siya ka-detailed, I should say. Okay, ganun siya ka-detailed. Now, in terms of developmental and experimental, dalawa yun. Pero there is a hairline boundary between the two. When you talk about developmental, you're trying to innovate, you're trying to develop something that could resolve a certain problem. Okay, so for example, gusto mong mag-develop na parang halimbawa, yung isa sa mga nag-research ngayon, gusto na mag-develop ng cage ng rabbits na self-sustaining yung dating, less ang monitoring. Lagay mo lang yung pagkain, may continuous supply ng water, bala na siya magpakain dun sa rabbit hanggang sa masustain niya yung existing weight na kailangan nila para ready for market. So that's one thing. Okay? Dun sa tayo, descriptive pala, developmental pala. Yan. So, hindi bago yung technology. pwede silang mag-adapt ng mga existing technology for that to be developmental. Okay? Unlike to sa experimental, ito medyo nag-overlap sila eh. Sir, kung halimbawa sa experimental kasi, discuss ko na, ano, yung experimental kasi, naghahanap ka ng dito, ng ano ba yung pwede nating gawin. Tapos mag-experiment ka, ito ba yung tamang measurement, ito ba yung tamang properties, ito ba yung tamang variables na gagamitin natin. Meron napakaraming trial and error na gagamitin natin sa experimental research. It's because one of the unique capabilities of experimental research, or not capabilities, characteristics, I should say, of experimental research is that kadalasan, wala pang nakakagawa nito. Okay? Unlike dito, sa developmental, sa developmental, meron nang nakagawa, pero gusto mong improve. So, itinedevelop mo pa siya. Or meron na existing technology, ina-adapt mo lang siya para makadevelop ka. Okay? Pero sir, hindi ba sa developmental parang nag-experimental din tayo? Yes, that is true. Kasi when you try to develop, you try to experiment also kung gagana ba to o hindi. Okay? So, with that said, sir, hindi ba, ano ngayon ang tawag doon sa research natin ngayon? O di pwede nating tawagin developmental and experimental at the same time. So, ganun yung magiging case niya. So, meron din naman yung iba, magiging hybrid yung type ng research kasi multipurpose. For example, nag-start siya na mag-research and then nagkaroon siya ng descriptive process. Na-determine niya after ng research ng descriptive process niya na mayroong problema. And from there, in-incorporate niya na rin ng solution. So, pwede siya nag-develop doon o kaya nagkaroon na siya ng experimental. It varies from one researcher to another. But I strongly recommend na mag-focus lang kayo for engineering, for computer engineering. Mag-focus lang kayo sa developmental or experimental. We try to avoid yung descriptive. It's because wala tayong prototyping dito eh. Madalas ginagamit lang ito ng mga nasa grad school. Okay, yung mga non-prototyping researches na tinatawag natin. Okay? So yun. Do I stand to be corrected kung halimbawa may nautal ako dito na information? Now, points to consider in choosing what to research. Okay. Yung SOPs yung pinag-uusapan natin dito. One, the output should please show, kala ko lowercase, showcase what you have learned. Yes. Dapat may papakita na kasi ninyo dito yung natutunan ninyo in theories and actual application for your whole computer engineering course, the 4 years. So, here, dalawa kasing track yung meron tayo. The Systems and Network Administration, and then the other one is the Embedded Systems. So, mamili kayo doon. Mag-focus kayo doon. Okay? Na nai-highlight yung mga knowledge ninyo doon. Number two, next bullet is it should showcase the aspect that only your course, as an electrical engineering, that can do that. Okay. So, for example, here, your computer engineering. Okay. Dapat naipapakita mo na itong project na to or itong research na gagawin mo, pang computer engineering talaga. Merong X factor ito na tanging computer engineering lang ang pinaka best na makakagawa nito, or the electrical engineering lang or mechanical engineering lang or something like that. Okay. Next, you can also adopt other fields of study under electrical, mechanical, mechatronics, civil, as long as you will incorporate technological additives. Okay. Additives to showcase your specialization attributes. Okay, what do you mean by this? So, let's go, for example, dun sa mechatronics. Okay, mechatronics kasi is a combination of electrical, mechanical, computer engineering, and IT, kung tutuusin yun. However, hindi kayo, halimbawa, an IT could create a project out of mechatronics technology. Nga lang, kailangan niyang ipakita doon na yung development, crucial development, is nandoon sa may software side. What do you mean by that? So, let's say the robotic arm is already existing. Okay, yung nakita ninyo doon sa laboratory natin sa mechatronics, yung Mitsubishi doon na 6-axis robotic arm. So, existing na yun. Itong si IT, hindi niya na kailangan gumawa pa ng robotic arm na yun, pero pwede siyang mag-research ng new technology, new programming language, okay, na pwedeng mag-adapt dun sa may system niya. So, papasok dun ang IT. Saan naman papasok halimbawa ang computer engineering doon? Siguro pwede siyang mag-invento ng or mag-improve ng something like more efficient na methods in terms dun sa may, let's say, yung tawag na neto, yung response time ng motor based dun sa may input actuator natin. So, may mga cases kasi pag press mo yung button ng input niya, merong delay eh. May delay factor doon. So, hindi nag-react kaagad yung makina doon sa may input parameter natin. Let's just say, for example, instead of the push buttons na ginagamit natin ng up and down, left and right, gusto mong gawing kwan, gusto mong gawing voice controlled. Papasok na yung skill mo doon. And then, gusto mo ring biometrics yung kwan niya, yung security system niya. Walang ibang makakagamit nun kung hindi yung facial recognition mo, yung mukha mo using the facial recognition or iris scan. So, maraming aspect yon. Okay? Depende sa approach kung paano nyo titignan. Maybe you may want to consult with your dito, with your advisor, kung paano siya ma-atake na mabuti. Now, sir, paano ako? SME ako. Pero gusto ko din sa may, yung robotic arm na yun. Wala din problema doon. O, in-network mo siya. So, mag-research ka ng isang virus, for example, o kaya isang security defense mechanism. So you could go in the red team or kaya blue team. But there are some cases that you really consider in terms of that. The first thing is you have to network first. You have to make sure that the robotic arm can be controlled or accessed through your network, okay, wired or wireless or from anywhere around the world. Then yeah, that's another part of research. So ganun siya. So, pwede nyo siyang i-connect from electrical, mechanical, biophysics, chemical. Marami. As a matter of fact, meron yung collaboration ko with bioscience. Kaso hindi pa nag-push through dahil medyo busy pa. Bioscience yata yun. They're asking on an improvement regarding regarding with their specific equipment na ginagamit doon. Sorry, hindi ko muna ma-disclose. So, that, brainstorm kami kung paano namin mai-improve yung method nila. Yeah. Next, it should be feasible to be finished within timeline of, oh yes, napaka-importante nito. Yung pinapropose mong project, okay, hello, yung pinapropose mong project, dapat time-bounded siya. Baka naman kasi you're biting more than you could chew and then you need 10 years to do this. Ano ibig sabihin doon? Let's just say, for example, impact analysis yung gusto mong i-determine. Tapos, wala ka pang nagagawa, wala ka pang baseline. What do you mean by that? When you talk about impact analysis kasi, after implementation of that certain project or entity, you need to wait at least 5 years para makita mo yung actual impact nung in-implement na yon. So, kung mag-i-start ka pa lang ng development stage ngayon, or kaka-develop mo pa lang siya, and then i-implement mo siya, waiting for the impact, abay, after 5 years mo pa makikita yon. Effect pwede siguro, pero immediate effect lang. Hindi yung long-term effect na tinatawag natin. Okay? So, yun yung mga cases na yung part kasi ng impact analysis and then the effect or immediate effect, purely descriptive yung mga yun eh. Okay? Dinidescribe mo lang, ino-obserbahan mo lang. So, hindi natin masyadong na-highlight yung talents ninyo as computer engineering. Another case, wag niyong masyadong palakihin yung scope or range ninyo na hindi kaya ng oras. Okay? Anong ibig sabihin nun? Let's just say, for example, may mga cycles na kailangan. You're trying to develop the improvement of, let's say, palay, parang ganon. Sa agriculture, itakal natin yon. Kung titignan natin ngayon, as of now, March 27, yung palay natin is some nag-harvest na or if not, naka-harvest na. So kung halimbawa, yung gusto mong gawin e pang-harvest ng palay, hihintayin mo ulit yung harvest period. Eh kung by that time, hindi ka na umabot sa graduation mo. Di ba? So, yun yung hassle doon. Okay. Ayun lang pala yun. References. Now let's talk about your activities. Okay. Write mo lang kung descriptive, developmental, or experimental. You write here in the space before the number. Okay. Here, write samples of study that could be classified under descriptive. Okay. So ito, may nagtanong sa akin ng estudyante. Sir, pwede ba kami ba mag-iisip ng title o pwede bang sa internet o pwede mag-library? Kayo bahala doon. Pero ang pinakamaganda kasi dyan, maghanap ka ng existing researches. Okay? And then, tignan mo lang kung yung based na sa may title niya, descriptive ba siya, developmental or experimental. Okay? So, napakadaling ko eh. Napakadaling i-classify yun eh. Sa title pa lang kasi makikita mo na kung developmental. Pero sa experimental, merong certain factor doon na magsasabi na siya experimental. Hindi siya agad-agad na masasabing experimental kasi most cases, at a glance, ang dating is developmental pala siya. Pero kung titignan pag-aakala mo yung variables concerning with regards to the matter, and then, okay, magpo-fall siya ng experimental. Be specific on the title and be sensitive on the title. Make sure na one of the criteria of the title, makikita na kagad dapat dun eh. So, kung medyo may gray area yung title na yun, na hindi kagad siya ma-determine kung experimental or not, choose another one. Okay. Descriptive as it is, from the title itself, madali siyang mabisto. Itong experimental lang medyo tricky. So you need 5 titles per classification. So that's 15 points. Okay, you can write it here. Okay, and then, okay, write at least 3 titles of your prospected research for your title. Type to. Prospected research you want. Okay, sorry. You want to undertake for CP practice and design. Okay, so may tatlo tayo dito. Individual ito guys. Class, individual. Hindi pwedeng hindi pwedeng by group yan. So mag-isip ka ng mga titles na naisip mo na parang gusto mong gamitin as your um, titles na ipe-present during your title defense by next sem. Kasi kung halimbawa, may nakita tayo dito o kaya talagang feel mo na gusto mong gawin ito, then talk to me. Pag-usapan natin, tingnan natin kung may potential siya. Baka ngayon pa lang, as you write, kasi magsusulat kayo mamaya ng chapter 1, 2, 3. O di ang ginagawa mo na, is that yung title na napili mo dito, yun yung sinusulatan mo ng chapter 1, 2, 3. Pagdating mo ng design 1, half of your job is done, if not 3/4. So, yun yun. Okay, next. Okay, it is highly advised that you need to keep a personal copy of this page. You'll be needing this wrote in your chapter. Ayan. So, yun, ganun lang po ang chapter 2 natin. What's chapter 2? Ganun lang po siya kaiksi. Na yung title ulit yun. Classifications pa. Common types of engineering research. So with that, thank you very much. Stay safe. God bless.